What's up, everyone? I am Jed, the Pokemon Tycoon, and if you're like me, I know how you start your day. You pull out your phone, you look at the screen for a minute, you open up some apps, you check some things, you're looking at some random stuff while you're laying in bed, and you're doing it all mindlessly. It wasn't a choice, it wasn't intentional, it's just what you do. And if you're like me, I know how you go to bed at night, because you're probably doing something stupid on your phone, scrolling through something while you're trying to fall asleep, and then when you get tired enough, you put it on the nightstand and you call it a night. Well, I realized about myself was that while I'm with my family, while I'm going to, while I'm trying to fall asleep, when I wake up in the morning, like everywhere in my life, there's my phone, and there's this little screen, and there's this little thing that somehow manages to eat up hours and hours of time. And so what I've decided to do is go an entire week, 7 days, without screens and without really using them. I'm giving myself a few outs, a few little shortcuts here. I'm going to allow myself to check emails, make sure I don't miss anything from work or work related. I'll do that once a day at the end of the night. I'm gonna let myself make phone calls. If my mom or whatever calls me, then I'm not gonna not answer it. So I'm allowing myself to do phone calls and read texts, but I'm avoiding all the things that are just me staring at the screen. And I'm honestly, as much as I can, I'm just gonna put my phone in a different room and not even look at it. So wish me luck. We'll see what happens. We'll see what I discover, what we learn from this experiment. And I think it's going to be really interesting, and let me know what you think about the experiment. And at the end of this video, tell me if this is something you want to try for yourself. Thanks for watching. So today was day one, and I just want to talk about how I woke up. I feel like most of you guys, when you wake up, probably the first thing you do is you look at your phone. And sure enough, when I woke up today, it's like, even though I'm not going to be on my phone, I am reaching for my phone. And there's a couple reasons. Like, there's reasons why we do that. We use our phones as an alarm clock. We use our phones as a clock. So when I wake up, I want to know what time it is. I grab my phone. I'm looking at my phone. First thing every morning, looking at my phone. And I really want that to change. I want my mornings to change. I don't want to start my day scrolling. I don't want to do that. I would much rather, like I said, I have faith and all that. I'd much rather start my day really intentional. I can check in with God. I can think about what I want to do today, about my goals for today. And already, like, my wife told me, like, this is weird. Like, it's weird that you don't have your phone. It's nice. I feel like I'm more present for my wife, as far as, like, we can have better conversations because I'm not distracting myself with my phone. A lot of men, we're not the best multitaskers. I know that's a generalization, but a lot of men, we're not the best multitaskers. And so, like, if I am distracting myself while my wife is in the room, my capacity to have a conversation with her goes down, like, a lot. Another thing was, like, time with my kids. We went to the park. I'm playing with my kids. I'm really not distracted, and not a big deal, but I feel like I actually enjoyed that time a lot more. Like, pushing my kids on the swing doesn't feel like as much of a chore because that's all I've got going on. I'm not I'm not multitasking. When we were at the park, we met a family that was really cool. We actually got to pray for them, encourage them. And I wonder, if I was distracted the whole time, would I miss that opportunity? If I'm spending hours and hours and hours a day just wasting time on my phone, what else could I do with that time? And I want you to think about this right now, because I think that our whole culture kind of is in this craze of just, like, staring at our phones, and there's actually neck pain that people develop from looking down at their phone too much. So we've got literally chronic health problems now because we're looking at our phones so much. Attention span is changing because of the stuff we're watching, the content. But there's so many things that we could do with our time, but if we're not intentional, we won't do them. What's up, everyone? I am Jed, the Pokemon Tycoon. Today was day 2 of me not really using my cell phone. and I actually did much better today. Not even touching it, not looking at stuff. My thoughts for today, I kind of had like a caffeine withdrawal, so that that kind of affected me a little bit. But some of my thoughts here were that I feel like I woke up a lot better. In video 1, I rambled a little bit too much, but I just realized that for me, first thing in the morning, I'm looking at my phone, and then kind of last thing at the end of the night, I'm looking at my phone. And I wonder, why is it that the phone is allowed to be that huge in my life? It almost feels like my phone's become like my God. And so that's why I'm doing this experiment, just to see if I can't put some healthy boundaries on phone usage, screen time, and see what kind of a difference that makes in my own life. I feel like I woke up better today. I felt like when I woke up, I was just in a better mood. I didn't miss my phone at all. And that's kind of, I would say, so for day 2, what surprised me was I really didn't miss my phone. I didn't miss the little games and apps that I normally play. I didn't miss watching videos and reels and stuff. So I had a good time with my family. Like I said, I had this caffeine withdrawal, kind of gave me a headache. I was a little bit down and out because of that. But overall, I guess I'm just surprised I didn't really miss it today. So that's where I'm at, day 2. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you on day 3. Hey guys, day 3, not using my phone. I have to say, I do notice that I feel more intentional with my family. It's just easier to stay focused. I feel more present. So these are things I would have assumed. Still really not missing my phone today. It's kind of a little bit of an inconvenience because I would use my phone to do there's a few things that we have to get done, and we've got some business to take care of, but I'm still trying to not really be on my phone. So there is that. But so far, I'm really enjoying this experiment. It doesn't feel as crazy as I thought it would. I thought a week would be tough. I guess this is only day 3. But so far, it's all very positive. Thank you for watching. What's up, everyone? Day 4 here without using my phone. I do have a couple interesting thoughts for today. One, it has been a little bit annoying not having my phone to get some stuff done. There's some admin type things that I've been pushing off because I don't really want to be on my phone for this week. But another thought that I had today was a lot of the apps that I do use on my phone, a lot of the things I have, Facebook or Pokemon Go, stuff like that, it's really not unhealthy. And so day 4, I'm kind of realizing, like, these things aren't unhealthy. I just need to have good boundaries. So if you're trying to spend time with your family, it's good to have a boundary of, like, I'm not going to be on my phone the whole time. Or maybe, there's a time in the evenings where it's like, okay, my wife and I, we're hanging out. I'm not going to be looking at my phone. Same with, for me, quiet time, or whatever that is for you. But, if I'm having a time that's meant to be for, prayer and seeking the Lord or reading my Bible, stuff like that, I don't want to be staring at my phone and have that be a distraction. So having boundaries, I think, it just really made sense to me today. I'm like, what, those apps that I like, that I use, like, they're not actually bad, and I can see that, which is great, because I wasn't sure what this experiment was going to kind of show me or teach me. But I don't think those things are bad. I think it's just important to have boundaries. And we're not dealing with getting rid of something that's horrible or toxic right here. We're just dealing with how do we keep our priorities straight. I do want to encourage you guys at this point in my journey anyway, really find and just see if you're looking at your screen, if there's, you're glued to your screen when you should be paying attention to other people or something like that. Just take note of that with me here, and see if there aren't some boundaries that you want to implement, or even try an experiment like this for yourself. Thanks for watching, guys. What's up, everyone? Jed here. Day 5 in the books, and I have a few takeaways from today. I don't think that giving up my phone is like the answer to all of life's problems. I actually, yesterday I was kind of, I don't know, I was just feeling kind of down, and we've got some stuff we're working through in our personal lives. mostly with just trying to get our roots down where we've moved here in North Carolina. It's a trial, it's a test, and so we're processing through that, looking for. We're trying to get a house, trying to get some property, and it's just been harder than I thought it would be. So giving up my phone isn't like the answer to everything, and I was really feeling that yesterday. I do think, though, it's really opened my eyes. I'm sure I'm being repetitive because I'm just doing this every day, but it's opened up my eyes to the fact that we need to be intentional, or at least I need to be intentional with my kids, with my wife, and with God. You know, in my quiet times, I need to be intentional. And if your phone, if my phone, your phone, if that's a distraction that's keeping you from being intentional in the relationships that matter to you, that's a really good place to set up some boundaries. And so I really do appreciate this experiment for giving me this perspective and kind of showing me some things about places I can have better boundaries in my own life. And I would really encourage you, you know, especially if you're a believer, you know, the Bible says, seek me and you'll find me when you seek me with your whole heart. A lot of the time, the thing that's keeping us from drawing near to God, that's a promise in the Bible, draw near to me and I'll draw near to you. A lot of times the thing that's keeping us from actually going after the Lord and going after our relationship with him is we're distracted. And so having some boundaries, and so this week I'm not using my phone at all, but I think in the future, probably best practice is I'm just going to put my phone in a different room. You know, put my phone in a different room. That way you're not even tempted to pick it up and look at it. You know, that kind of becomes muscle memory, at least for me, you know, staring at my screen. And so anyway, yep, it's a good day. We're almost to the end of this thing, which is exciting. It wasn't hard. It went by really fast. You know, hopefully I've inspired someone here. Feel free to try this too if you think it's a cool idea, and you never know, it might make a difference in your life. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for 6 and 7. What's up, everyone? I am Jed the Pokemon Tycoon. This is day 6 not using my phone, and happy Father's Day. It is Father's Day. It was a really good day today, Sunday. We had church. It was awesome. I'm not missing my phone. I do, like I said this before, but there's some admin things I really want to get done that I do keep thinking about. You know, it'd be nice to be on my phone more just to be on top of some of that. But you know what I will say, just for today, day 6, I feel like spiritually I'm doing a lot better. Not looking at my phone, not having my phone on me all the time. And that's probably kind of obvious to some of you guys, but the phone is a distraction. It's always there to distract you. That's what those social media is for. It's always to distract you at any given time, and everything in moderation. Like, it's okay it's okay to kill some time, but at the end of the day, I think that what we need to realize is we have one life. You have one life to live, and that's it. You one life. You know, I'm already, you know, in my 30s, so you got one life to live. What are you going to do with it? And if we aren't intentional, you could spend your whole life doing nothing. So anyway, I'm getting deep. See, day 6, I'm getting kind of deep with some of this. But thank you guys for watching. Tomorrow's day 7, last day. I'm excited for it. And we'll see how that goes. Thanks. Bye. What's up, everyone? Jed here. This is day 7, so I went a whole week without using my phone. Avoiding screen time. We don't watch any TV. So we're kind of, we're basic in that way. So it really was a week without screens. And for day 7, you know, I am kind of reflecting on the fact that there weren't very many negatives to my experiment here. Really, a lot of what our phones end up being is just a distraction that we have during anything and everything else that we're doing. So, you know, before this experiment, I'd take my kids to the park and I'm on my phone, and I'm talking to my wife and I'm looking at my phone. And, you know, sometimes I'm trying to, you know, have time with God and pray and read the Bible and that kind of thing. And my phone keeps coming in the way. And I think that we all know that being distracted at all times would not be a good idea. But that's what our phone ends up being, is just a constant distraction that's always there with us. And so really, this is a great takeaway for me of just being a lot more intentional about about how I'm using my time and what am I trying to accomplish with my time, and staying focused on that. I 100% am going to keep playing, you know, some games on my phone, and I'm still going to look at some of these things. I'm not deleting Facebook, you know. I think that the phone is a really cool tool and it has a purpose. It just shouldn't be everywhere. You shouldn't have your phone all day long, because it's not healthy and it is messing with us, and a distraction is kind of stealing from things, if you think about it that way. You know, if you were going to have a really good connection with your kids or with your wife or whatever, and then that phone is getting in the way and being a distraction, it's actually stealing from those relationships. I feel a lot happier. You know, we're driving in the car with my family. I feel happier. It's like the quality time that I have was better quality. You know, I'm enjoying conversations with my wife more. I'm enjoying time with my kids more. So anyway, I hope this was meaningful for you guys. It sure was for me. I highly recommend that you guys have time where you put the phone off to the side and be intentional with your time. Do things on purpose. And thank you guys for watching. Please share some love, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Boy. If you think about it, that, you know, gosh, now I'm thinking I'm getting bitten by mosquitoes. It is that time. Oh well, it's fine. It's for a good cause.